What's up, y'all? I hope y'all can hear me well. It's the morning, so my voice ain't voicing right now. But let's see where your current situation is leading you. We're gonna get straight into pile number one, content for below. Let's see what is your current situation? What is it? What's the current situation of pile one? We got the Hierophant coming out. This Taurus energy. We have the Ace of Wands coming out. We have the Strength coming out. Um, what is the current situation, Spirit? Because I'm really not getting the current situation for real. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm getting like somebody who is um it's a mask. Somebody's wearing the mask of being wise. Somebody's wearing the mask of having all of this creativity. Somebody has the mask of, having all of this strong spirituality. Now, whether it's a mask or not, this only did two piles, so it could very well be two different sides to both piles. So for some of you guys, the current situation is you on God's strongest soldiers list every year. Okay, you've been on that list and you're tired of being on that list. Okay, maybe you still show up for the job because you know that is your job. I know how it is working for Father. Working for spirit, it definitely does boost your spirit because you know where you come from, you know. But I also can relate to, man, I'm getting weary on this journey. So let there be encouragement because I see you, boo. I see you. Okay, let's see. And then I feel like things, relationships. If anybody here is in a relationship that be going on and off, you need to cut that off because I'm gonna tell you one thing. Um, when you put God's supposed to be first, even in your marriage, even in your relationship. You put God before you put man. Once you start putting man before God, God will start easing up. And that's for our women, especially. Um, I noticed when I stopped depending on men or I stopped letting men take that role for God, I noticed that, my life has been happier. I'm not as drained. I'm not as wore out. The constant arguing, acting like you don't understand where I'm coming from. You don't want to understand where I'm coming from because you focus on where you coming from and where you trying to go with the situation, with the argument. It gets tiring. And then on top of that, one thing about it, God will never argue with you. God will, it's really sad to see, individuals that glow down when they get with certain people. It's like they post a picture like, oh, I look good, but then you're like, damn, you look wore out though. It's crazy. So that could be the current situation. People seeing you and they're like, that's really not the real you. But I feel like it gets to a point where you be trying to prove a point, and maybe that's where you guys are. Some people, if this don't resonate. I'm gonna get deeper, but I feel like some of y'all are at a point where y'all are steady trying to prove, oh, this person is worthy of me. This person is worthy of me, or it's like you shouldn't. What's understood don't never gotta be said, right? So it's like maybe people around you are noticing certain things about you. Maybe you putting on a strong face. Maybe you trying to act like things are not bothering you. Maybe you want to act like, oh, the relationship is going so well. It's really not. The people who it's like spirit is dropping clues for the people who need to be watching you. Because yeah, that's what I'm getting. We're not gonna get too deep into it. We had a five of swords ending it off. So how you guys? Let's get into it because I know there's some people that's gonna be like, oh no, that's not the case. But we have the hierarchy. Let me give hold on, baby. Let's look it up because it's coming out upright, but I'm not getting upright energy at all. Especially I'm just not getting upright energy. It felt false. Give me one second. So the Hierophant represents tradition and structure and spiritual guidance. So again, it's giving me false wisdom. Somebody who is a fool, somebody that's in full energy. You don't know where you're going. You're just hoping that you go the right. You're headed to the right in the right direction. With the Ace of Wands, it's like a beginning. Like I said, it's potential. It's not. You're not even close. Pretty much. Like it's like how can I say it? It's like the test before the final, right? Whatever situation you're in is a test. Let me see, because I'm looking. I'm trying to get more information for y'all. Hold on. Give me one second. Compassion, inner peace. See, you trying to hold on. See, you trying to control something that you need to let go of. We're gonna get more into this and then we're gonna go into where it's leading you. Because we just energy tapping. If you didn't relate to this, you need to pick another pile. If you don't relate to the next one, you need to pick another reader. Because I'm telling the truth for who this truth resonates for. Okay, we got the Six of Wands, and it's definitely giving me that energy of you holding somebody to a standard that maybe they're not even matching to anymore. Like it's a lot of like I'm seeing like a high vibration, but this Five of Swords throwing me off. We got the Three of Cups in reverse. So again, signifying that if people around you can know those cues about what's going on. It's like when I had moved with my baby daddy and my sister knew the situation with my baby daddy. She called me every day. And then to the point where she was nervous when I didn't call her. She was nervous when, she couldn't get me. I have people to this, even to this day, I haven't heard from you and I hope you're good. I see you posting on your other channel. I see you posting here. You know what I'm saying? So I know you good. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very significant. Um, Something about feeding. Somebody could be feeding off of you currently. You could be wondering why your situation is not progressing. You have somebody feeding off of your energy, literally. You may have people around you that know that this person is falling off of your, feeding off of your energy. Love is coming out. And y'all mind you that the Two of Cups was already foreshadowed in reverse. So you look at your current situation is it's like your relationship is breaking you down. And we had a apprentice of cook. Your relationship is making you more masculine for some of y'all. And if you are masculine, your relationship is making you more feminine. And I feel like even though you're trying to be strong against what's being said or the image that you're presenting, it's like you're not beating the allegation. So let's get into where it's leading to. Spirit, if the time come out, let me be aware of it. But this is pretty much fortune teller just came out, so that's facts. I'm speaking facts right now. You could be going somebody here could be going to fortune tellers trying to get in 6 months, could be 6 months, 6 weeks could be significant. We have the Emperor Aries could be significant. We have the Eight of Wands here. So somebody is feeding off of your feminine energy if you are a woman here. Somebody is feeding off your feminine energy because they're using it to attract other females. Somebody here told me, I'm talking about somebody here. Somebody told me here, lately, or no, was it? Let me think about when it was. Well, it don't matter when it was, but somebody literally said dudes in relationships get more cat meow vagina if you didn't catch my drift. They get more vagina in a relationship than out of a relationship. And it's really because it's a lot of other women that are jealous of that one woman because they have this idea of this man. So this man uses that against the woman and also uses the woman against the other lady. So it's kind of like a triangulation that is pretty much built off of manipulation, and it doesn't even have to be real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of manipulation is like made up. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely giving me that, like, it's just, I feel like what it's going to lead to, like this relationship, if somebody cheated on you in the past and you were like, I'm just gonna stay with them, it's going to lead to more cheating. If you get married to this person, it's gonna lead to them, stepping out on the marriage, or it's gonna pretty much, it's gonna mess you up because you're the only person being honest in this connection. You're the only person, like, it's giving me Waka Flocka, and I think Tammy, when Tammy was like, I'm tired of defending my marriage by myself, being in my marriage by myself, working on my marriage by myself. What are you here for? So some of y'all could be in this type of situation, and I'm just letting you know. It's like, it's not going to get better. It's not going to improve because it's a lot of ego involved. It's a lot of money involved. So I want to say this: if you're a female and you're the breadwinner, it's gonna be hard to get rid of this person, especially if they know your personal business. Um, and don't let them be spiteful. Um, if you're a woman here and you got a man that is, the breadwinner, they're going to cut you down, right? They're gonna cut you down. Whatever you think you need, you don't need it because you don't need me. And I hate to even communicate that message, but it definitely comes from a terrible place. So, we found love in a hopeless place. This song by Rihanna coming out. We got the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So that's how the situation is going to change. If God really wants your soul for himself, God will change your life to make you, God will change your life to where you see that person for who he is or she is. Um, you can't contact that person, or situation come up to where you are not going to be able to contact that person, or that person is going to be on to something different. The devil going to lead them down another path, and God will make you focus on him. Like, I done been in this situation countless of times. Sad to say, Lord forgive me, but that's how it happened. God, I see in the next 6 months where this is leading you is no stability. Some of y'all are gonna find yourself steady trying to rub some pennies together. And you're gonna find that the person that you steady trying to rub pennies with, hoping it's gonna turn into $1, you're gonna find out that they've been keeping change from you. You thinking they rubbing their last penny with your last penny. Uh-uh. They doing something else with they other, you know what I'm saying? They doing something else with the other 9 cents. They hiding, you know what I'm saying? They only showing you what they want you to see. And I feel like that's going to be the main factor. Like, oh, you doing this on the side, or you're doing this and that. Oh, you didn't tell me about this. You didn't tell me about this. Where's the situation leading my time? Yeah, shit finna hit the fan. Spirit said again. Some things are about to hit the fan again with this connection. So, Spirit be playing. Spirit really, okay, so this the vibe here. Spirit is saying stop playing with them. Stop playing with spirit. Literally, stop playing with spirit. Spirit then gave you what you needed to know from a tarot reading. You went through a reading and got exactly what you needed to get, and you could have said, "I don't claim this energy," and spirit is saying it's not for you to claim. It's the energy you already have. Like, you can't say, "Oh, I don't claim my ID. I don't claim my government ID." How can you not claim a government ID? I'm telling you your information. This is the representation of your information, right? Because on your ID, your government issued ID, driver's license, whatever the case may be, it has all of your information. You can say I'm not that person, but your face is on it. You can say you're not that person, but is that not your weight? Is that not your eye color? Is that not your address? Is that not your information? Is it not aligning? That's what spirit is saying. This situation is leading you to a spiritual awakening. I'm gonna say that. That's why the Hierophant came out first. You don't realize it, but you're on a path of spiritual awakening. You don't realize it, but this situation, y'all ever met women that are in their 40s and their 50s and they talk about a marriage that told them left and right? and they be like, now I see, that's the situation that you're gonna be in. Now, Lord forbid you already be 40 and 50 and you learning lessons that you should have learned when you were 20 and 30. But this is everybody's first time living. So you might very well be way older down the line saying, I wish I would have did this. It's a lot of regret, I feel like. This is wow. Somebody here, this situation is going to get out of hand. I don't know who needed to hear that, but if you feel it getting out of hand, you need to stop it before it gets all the way out of hand. Because this relationship, like, we have Welcome to the Garage with the Queen of Swords. We have a woman that is a mechanic here. This man is gonna rob you of your divine masculine. This man is going to rob you of what God got for you, all because you're allowing him to rob you. A person made a point in the Bible. God doesn't tell you to chase people who emotionally leave you. God says to let them be. God says to lead them where they at and to go on about your life. So if God steady putting you in situations where you should have left that person and you steady going back to that person, understand, I ain't gonna say that God is going to leave you, but God is going to take his protection from you. And I hate that, but God gonna watch you until you call him. But he's gonna take his protection from you until you get to that point where you can't take it no more. God will never let you go through anything more than what you can bear. But you setting yourself up to really not, like, as a woman in the Bible, God comes to the woman. A man has to search for God. And if you're dealing with a man that doesn't care to search for God, to be a better man for his woman and his family, you got a man that's not even worth keeping. And that's just factual. Anybody telling you anything different don't love you for it. Cause you got the wheel of fortune with the scissors, with the four of swords. You sleeping on your own success. It's like God, you got the keys, but because you don't have the spiritual intuition, you don't know which key to put into the door. So you locked up with this person. And it's like God is not, it's like God is not, the information not coming to you. You have a block on your crown chakra because you done took your crown off to sit up here and pick up a wrench. You done took your crown off to pick up where a man was supposed to pick up for you. In the Bible, me and my friend was just talking about this. In the Bible, ain't no man got no woman without having anything first. So if you're dealing with somebody where you're sitting up here having sympathy for them, y'all in a sympathy connection. Oh, well, he liked me. He didn't have a lot, but I mean, he, I don't even know what to say. Like nowadays, if you don't have, like, for me personally, if you can't work a real job, if you can't help me, you gotta get the fuck from around me. And I'm not saying that I won't help you, but if you're coming towards me to take that sugar mama, sugar daddy shit, that shit is really dead. Like that shit is really low vibration. I say it, but I be playing about it. That shit low vibration. Like that shit, I don't know what to say. We have the Hermes going fishing, catch you later. Some of y'all need to throw this fish back into the sea and take your time and go find another area because this is not it for you. I'm gonna be messy and I'm gonna get because this is not no. Oh, I'm already at 20 minutes, y'all. I can't do it. I'm already at 20 minutes. So, y'all like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all later. Thank you for taking time with me. Pile two, ooh, ooh, pile two. Let's get into where is your current situation leading you. We finna get into your current situation first. So, what is my pile two's current situation? You managing your finances in the midst of all these bills and inflation. They depending on me. You got a lot of people that do just that. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. Like allergies, and I just woke up. I do apologize. Um, ungrateful. Gratefulness is something. Um, amen. So your current situation is you're doing the best that you can. You really are. You're doing the best that you can for your family. Some of y'all are feeling like you're in like a twilight zone. Well, I don't want to say twilight zone. They show my age. Um, some of y'all are in like a repeating day. Like y'all are, you wake up, you get ready to go, like you wake up, you get the kids ready for school, they go to school, you go to work, you get them out of school, you know when you get off the work, you get off work, you get them from school, you get them from their extracurricular activities, you come home, you fix dinner, you go back to work. Um, on certain days you're able to do something different, but it's always a routine. Some of y'all, it ain't nothing wrong with a routine, but I definitely see that you're looking for, it's kind of giving me like a matrix type of energy. You know, back in the day, like you gotta get out the matrix, you gotta get out the matrix. Even now, you know, matrix is in the Bible if you didn't know that. But yeah, you gotta get out the matrix, meaning you gotta go against your norm, you gotta go against the grain a little bit. Um, and if you was attracted to power one, if you're not in a relationship, I wouldn't go to power one. I would stay in this pile. But if you are in a relationship, you definitely need to go to power one. But it's definitely getting somebody who is going against the grain, um, or thinking about going against the grain. But I feel like some of y'all are like, I'm done with that. That I'm done with that taking risk, right? It ain't nothing wrong with taking a calculated risk, but I feel like the risk anyway. You're like, I don't want to be, risking shit, and that's understandable, especially if you fought for stability, or you know what you done came from, you know what you done been through. Um, what's the current situation? Some of y'all really need to, like, some of y'all are very creative. I'm gonna tell y'all this right here. You could, it's like, the current situation with you is you're very connected to spirit. Um, and I feel like spirit, God's job is to make us better. I believe it's in the Bible that they compare God to being a welder and how he refining, silver to be iron and how he making sure he's getting all the impurities out. It's giving me that, like, guys, you know, you trying as hard as you can to be consistent with what you know you can be consistent with. And it's like you're kind of battling with whether it's your flesh calling you to take a risk or whether it's your spirit calling you to take a risk. Because both of them reap rewards, right? You follow your flesh, you get the rewards of the flesh. You follow your spirit, you get the rewards of the spirit. Um, and I just definitely feel like, this battle is affecting your money because some of you guys have talents that some people could view as being fleshly talents. I don't know. You know you better than me. But you have some talents, you have some type of gift, but it's like you're being called to transform it in some way. Um, to be more like Christ, if you will. Well, really, as you should. But popping out. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so you guys don't have good clarity on what you should do. Let's see what this is leading to. Because I'm not really getting that the situation is terrible. I definitely see that your main focus is on family. Your main thing is on stability. Um, your main thing is continuing to do what is doing that's doing well for you. I feel like if you are in a committed relationship, I definitely see that this is an argument or this is some type of ongoing thing where you may want to do this, and your partner's like, that's a risk, you can't do that, or your partner may want to take a risk, and you're like, it sounds good, but can we really afford this risk? Can we afford to keep up with the maintenance of this risk that we're taking? Um, I'm gonna do one more card. We have the Five of Pentacles, then the Five of Swords being out. So it's definitely giving me like this is a situation like let's just say you got two entrepreneurs in a relationship or whatever. Um Lord forbid if you two entrepreneurs and nobody got a good 9 to 5, because that's insane. But especially if you don't have a solid clientele, you don't have a solid marketing structure, you don't have just solid revenue period. You going off of who contacts you. You going off of, oh, I gotta take what I can get because it's been a month since I didn't have my last offer. So now I gotta, take this offer. Like with the Six of Cups, it's definitely giving me some type of nostalgic. If you're older in this pile, I don't know what to say. I wanted to say something, but I don't know if that's the right thing to say. So I'm not gonna say it. But I don't know. I am getting like it's something that some of you guys are going through that you shouldn't be going through. And if you are feeling like you're attracted to power ones, you're gonna see why. But if you're like, I wasn't attracted to power one, tell me in power two. I'm gonna tell you. Some of y'all need to realize when it's time to stop. It's time to reevaluate. It's time to reflect. Um, if something doesn't serve you. A lot of people, what I see, um, in people, they're too ignorant to what they need to change. That was me before tarot. I was too ignorant to my own habits, and I definitely see the current situation is in retrograde because we are leaving out of one in a retro, and I do believe Saturn is in retrograde. Um, when it comes to situations, I do see that a lot of people will will think that they will come into fool's luck, or they will come like it's one thing. Some shit is just too spiritual. I don't ever have to explain it, but it's like in order to know if something lasts, you have to go through the seasons with it. I did not realize I had been doing tarot for 3 years, but I do notice that my intuition has increased in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, excuse me, I didn't stop my tarot about 2 to 3 times because I'm like, this is not Christ-like. This is not me. But Spirit is steady bringing it to me saying, no, you need to figure out. You need to work it out. You need to work out your salvation when it comes to this. You need to work out your truth. Yeah, I went through a huge period in my life where I was a liar. And I, like, I don't know how to explain it. But it's just like I went through a period of my life when I was a liar. I went through it young, and it was like it was just a confusing time in my life because I was lying to cover up things. I was steady putting on masks, and it was just times where I can't wear two masks at the same time. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that. So I feel like some of y'all are being called to take off the mask. What's truly going on? What's truly the issue? What is truly tempting you? Um, cause it's something about older. So if you are an older person in this pile, like you're being called to reevaluate your ways. Maybe whatever you've been doing for 10 and 20 years and you're still getting the same results, maybe you need to stop doing it, especially if it's not yielding positive results. The Bible says that if your left hand, sins you, to cut that left hand off. Similarly to planting. When you garden and shit like that, and you see that the weeds are going off, or you see that it's parts of the plant that's not serving the plant anymore, you have to cut that off. If you're dealing with somebody that is not producing good fruits in their life and you bring them into your life and all of a sudden your fruit start not producing fruit, they start rotting and spoiling. You can't produce no fruit to save your life when you knew before this person or before this situation you was producing fruit. You have to be honest with yourself. I don't give a fuck if I put in 1 month, 1 year, or 1 decade. If it's coming to my attention, I need to pay attention. Let me say it again. If it's coming to my attention and it's steady coming to my attention, I need to pay attention. Let's listen to where it's leading you. We have the page of pleasures. It's leading you to seek external pleasure. Whenever you see somebody that feels like they can't sit down, it's because it's something that's burning them up inside. They're trying to escape. When I see people, it's interesting to me. Oh, it's a relationship. You got somebody here that is, oh, how can I say this? An enabler. It's like a crack addict being with a drug dealer. It's like a hoe getting with a pimp. It's like y'all are enabling each other. Now, like I said, I channeled this at first. Y'all are doing everything that y'all can do for y'all family. Y'all feel like, like I feel like y'all feel like y'all doing everything that y'all can do. But just know it's always a way out. It's in the Bible. God will always provide a way out. When he told Abraham to sacrifice his only son, the son that he fought so hard to have, when he told him to sacrifice his son, and Abraham did it with a grieving heart out of obedience for God, God said, wait a minute, I just wanted to see something. Yeah. Ooh, I love my God. That's what he said. Father said, I just wanted to see something. I just wanted to see something. Was your allegiance to your son or was your allegiance to me? It's all right, baby. We got a ram in the bush. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got the hierarchy here. So some of y'all were definitely attracted to power one, but let me see what my time is. But I definitely feel like this situation is supposed to make you realize some shit. There's an underlying topic here. Like everybody, it's time to grow. Everybody is under trial and tribulation at this time. Even me, damn it, even me. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. Again, the Knight of Pentacles under the Princess of Pentacles. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All that glitters ain't gold. You with somebody that you feel like is beautiful. You with somebody that you feel like is the best looking person that you've ever had. And deep down inside, they're riding to the core. Deep down inside, all they have is their looks. Deep down inside, they're going to end up looking like their father or their mother. And it's going to come quicker than what you think because God keeps you vitalized. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I'm almost 30 years old. I got 3 years to 30, baby. And to have men steady ask me if I'm older than 25, it's a flex. It's a flex. They're like, oh, I know you look young, but damn, you that young? I'm actually not that young, but I know I look that. You know what I'm saying? My friend is 30. I think she said she's 32, and we look the same age, and that's crazy. But I mean, she still look like she's in her 20s. I thought we was the same age, but she's not. But she don't deal with situations that bring her down. She deals with people and things and situations that build her up. She ain't true Pisces energy. True Pisces energy. If the water toxic, she won't thrive. And that's just that on that. Always smiling, always a good time. Love her. So if you can't relate to that type of energy, if you feel like you with somebody, you in a toxic situation and you're not thriving, that's what it is. It ain't no amount of effort that you can put into to make that water better unless you start chemically altering shit. And honestly, when I say chemically altering shit, if a person comes into your life being toxic, the only thing that you can do is alter them. You can't alter nobody. Only God can do that. So what's your best option? Leaving them. Leaving them. Let me tell you something. Everybody I done left and got on some new shit. They done got on some better shit. Somebody could look at the situation and be like, oh, well, they're doing better after you. No, bitch, I put them on game. I poured into them. Now they thriving. You know what I'm saying? Now I have to say to myself, and yeah, this may be the situation y'all are in. This could very well be my vibe. I gotta pour into myself like I pour into other people. Exactly how I pour into other people. All the way down to the milliliter. All the way down to the gram. I need to put in the same amount of effort. The way I tell people what they're good at, I need to be telling myself and encouraging myself into what I'm good at. Not letting nobody dim my light. The risks that I tell other people to take, I need to be taking those same risks. And I do. I do. Calculated though. But I'm telling you, that's what you gotta do. We got the judgment in reverse. So I feel like you're not being judged, but you're being called to judge your situation. You're being called to reevaluate yourself before God comes in and gives the final judgment. Because where your situation is truly, hold on, let me see the time. Where your situation is truly leading you is to a path where you're truly connected. I feel like you're already connected because you know what you need to do. You're just having issues figuring it out. Because God, He's just amazing. Let's just be real. He's just amazing. And when it has been times in my life where God then gave me clear instructions. And it has been times in my life God then gave me instructions to figure it out. He then gave me instructions and said, you figure it out the best way you can. Because truly, it makes me want to cry a little bit. Because truly God know my heart. Truly God know my heart just like you know your heart. So when God say figure it out and you figuring it out and you having a hard time figuring it out, it's because God wants you to come to Him with that prime question on why you can't figure it out. So God can give you that prime answer. And then that prime answer and how you respond to it is going to be yours. It's going to be it. Right? Um, it's crazy. It's crazy, y'all. Y'all gonna have a testimony. Y'all are gonna have a testimony. um with the Six of Pentacles, y'all are going to have a blood chilling testimony. And it's literally going to be for the betterment of God. And it's crazy. I'm looking at my little Roku thing. It says the kingdom. So some of y'all, the kingdom is already yours. And I don't want to make it seem like you don't have to do no work, but the kingdom is already yours because it's based off of what's already in your heart. So whatever you're going through or whatever you're struggling to balance out, struggling to figure out, um just keep turning to Him. I'm getting the vibe that this is a power that is not shy when it comes to God. This is a power you know what I'm saying? We got the Seven of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, y'all are steady working. Y'all don't, it's like giving me like, God already done took care of enough, you know? It's people I didn't, Lord, thank you. I didn't been blessed enough to see through people enough to give my own self advice. I don't do that working and toiling shit. Okay, all that hard working, all that hustling, all that hardness, all that masculinity, all that masculinity. I'm crazy. I don't do that. I trust God. He's my husband. He's my father. He's anything that I need him to be. I trust that he's gonna provide. God literally just told me, why are you working like I'm not providing? Ooh, I'm sorry, Lord. Let me sit myself down and relax because I know that you already got it handled. That's, baby. If my physical relationship with my husband is not like my relationship with God, I do not want it. Because God know I struggle with working too hard. I struggle with overworking myself. I struggle with working myself to burn out. And God said, I'm gonna provide. I'm gonna provide in a way that you don't have to always be crying about going to work. Always be crying about being tired emotionally. Because one thing about me, people see me for exactly who I am. I don't know how, just like I see others for who they are, people see me exactly for who I am, and they come to me. Hey, I need some advice. I need some guidance. Hey, I need to talk to you about this. Hey, God told me, God didn't tell me, but God told me spiritually, I understood that you were one to talk to. I felt connected to you. I gotta talk to you about this. I need your opinion on it. I need your eyes on it. It's hard, y'all. I know. It's hard to always be an interpreter. It's hard to be somebody that is so creative, but you not knowing in what way. We have the Cherry here, Cancer energy with the horse race, lovers in reverse. I just want to end this reading because not everybody, like I told the first pile, both of these piles have two sides to it. Okay? Somebody in this pile is, somebody here is in a committed relationship that they don't need to be committed to anymore. Somebody here is single and they have to work out what God needs them to work out in order for them to get to the next level to be in a committed relationship, if that's the case. Some of y'all are thinking, I'll never find a committed relationship because there's something wrong with me. No, you'll never find a committed relationship, if anything, because I don't believe it's true, but if anything, because they're not up to par for you. Sometimes we have to understand our level. Sometimes we have to understand the degree, okay? Because everybody not qualified to be with you because they're not at the same level. They don't have the same degree. It wasn't, God didn't say, hey, it was meant for you to be with a low vibrational man. It was meant for you to be with a low vibrational woman. God didn't say that. But what could have happened was you're attracted to somebody off of a superficial level. Now y'all superficially connected. Things are getting deeper and now you're understanding that the way y'all go about things at a core level is different. The risk you want to take is different than the risk that they want to take. Now it's confusion. Now it's blockages within the household. Now the Lord is saying, you know what? Let me stay out of this because y'all got to work it out. You call on the Lord is coming to you, telling you what you need to hear, and you're saying, I don't know because it's not in alignment. It doesn't seem like it's in alignment with what I had planned for myself, not knowing that God already set the plan for you. You don't have a choice when it comes to God's will. Okay? It's always going to go the way God wants it to go. Because He is the big boss. That's just that on that. If He wasn't the big boss, we wouldn't even have a Bible today if it was left up to the devil. If it was left up to say, we wouldn't even have the Bible. Satan already then condensed it, then separated the true holy text as much as he could. That Bible was in it, what happened, the meat of it, oh, he couldn't do nothing with that. He couldn't break that down. But again, you're getting led down a path of true spirituality. Spirituality don't happen in mm, 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 mm. Spirituality don't just happen, don't just begin and end in the church. Spirituality is enhanced in the church. Spirituality is fed in the church. But spirituality happens in home. Spirituality happens when I'm in my home relaxing. And God say, I got something to tell you. We got something to talk about. We got something to reflect on. We got something to reminisce on. We got things that we need to talk about. That's when spirituality happens. Spirituality happens when you meet somebody and you give them the word and the word lifts them up and they say, hey, I'm going to tell somebody else. But that's another reading for another time. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and I'm going to see y'all later.